Welcome to one of the most breathtaking and spiritually resonant places on Earth. Nestled in the heart of Myanmar, formerly known as Burma, lies a mystical plain where over 2,000 ancient temples, stupas, and monasteries rise from the ground like echoes of a bygone golden age. This is Bagan, an archaeological wonder, a cradle of Theravāda Buddhism, and a timeless symbol of Southeast Asian heritage. In this video, we will journey through the rich and layered history of Bagan, its rise, its fall, and its enduring legacy. We'll explore the ancient roots of this incredible city, its cultural and religious significance, the political dynamics of the pagan kingdom, and how modern Myanmar is striving to preserve this treasure for future generations. So sit back and let's travel through time. Bagan's story begins long before it became the majestic capital we see remnants of today. According to traditional Burmese chronicles, Bagan was founded in the 2nd century CE by the Pyu people, an ancient Tibeto-Burman speaking group who are also credited with establishing other early city-states across central Myanmar. However, archaeological evidence suggests that Bagan was likely established as a small settlement in the mid-9th century CE, after the arrival of the Burmans, or Bamar people, from the upper reaches of the Irrawaddy River Valley. The Burmans assimilated and inherited cultural traits from the earlier Pyu civilization, including their script, urban planning, and Buddhism. This fusion of cultures laid the groundwork for what would eventually become the Pagan Kingdom, the first unified kingdom of what we now call Myanmar. The true rise of Bagan as a cultural and political powerhouse began in the 11th century with the reign of King Ananda, widely regarded as the founder of the Pagan Empire. His ascent to the throne in 1044 CE marked a turning point not just for Bagan, but for the entire region. Ananda was a military genius and a religious reformer. He unified the regions of modern-day Myanmar under one rule and made Theravāda Buddhism the state religion. His religious zeal was further inspired by the arrival of Shin Arahan, a Mon Buddhist monk who helped convert the king and deepen his understanding of the Pali Canon. To promote and propagate Theravāda Buddhism, Ananda initiated the construction of massive temple complexes and monasteries. These were not merely acts of devotion but also statements of political legitimacy and expressions of royal grandeur. Among the first monumental projects was the Shwezigon pagoda, intended to enshrine a sacred tooth relic of the Buddha. Ananda's successors continued his legacy, and over the next 250 years, more than 10,000 religious structures were built across the Bagan plain. These included temples, stupas, monasteries, and libraries, some small and modest, others towering and adorned with intricate frescoes and sculptures. The Ananda Temple, completed in 1105 under King Kyanzitha, is a masterpiece of Mon architecture fused with Indian influence. It remains one of the most revered temples in Bagan to this day. Bagan became a center of Buddhist scholarship, attracting monks, scribes, and pilgrims from across Asia, from Sri Lanka to India, from Cambodia to China. The city was not only a capital, but a spiritual engine driving the Buddhist world. Life in ancient Bagan was vibrant. The city was organized with a clear urban layout, surrounded by defensive walls and gates. Within this network, people from diverse backgrounds coexisted: royalty, monks, merchants, artists, and farmers. The Pagan Empire thrived on agriculture, supported by advanced irrigation systems that diverted water from the Irrawaddy River. The surplus from these fertile lands funded temple construction and sustained a sophisticated bureaucracy. Art and literature flourished. Frescoes inside the temples illustrated Jataka tales, stories of the Buddha's previous lives, while stone inscriptions recorded religious endowments, legal codes, and historical events. These inscriptions remain a vital source for understanding the language, administration, and daily life of the time. Bagan was also a melting pot of cultural exchange. Indian, Sri Lankan, and Southeast Asian influences can be seen in its architecture, iconography, and even cuisine. The cosmopolitan nature of Bagan made it not just a religious center, but a hub of learning and diplomacy. No golden age lasts forever. By the late 13th century, internal strife and external pressures began to unravel the Pagan Empire. The centralized bureaucracy became bloated, and regional governors, once loyal, started asserting autonomy. The relentless pace of temple construction had also strained the economy, as massive resources were diverted from practical statecraft to religious patronage. The final blow came in 1287, when Mongol forces under Kublai Khan invaded the region. Though the exact details of the invasion are debated by historians, it is clear that Pagan could not resist the military might of the Mongol Empire. King Narathihabate, the last effective ruler of Pagan, fled and later committed suicide. With his death, the Pagan Empire fragmented into smaller kingdoms and city-states. Bagan itself was never again a political capital. Though the city declined politically, it remained a site of religious importance. Monks continued to maintain temples, and pilgrims still visited the sacred sites. Over time, however, the plain was overtaken by jungle, and the once glorious city faded into obscurity. In the 19th century, Bagan caught the attention of British colonial explorers and scholars. They marveled at the vast temple fields and began early efforts at documentation. Unfortunately, colonial interest also brought looting and poorly planned restorations that damaged some structures. It wasn't until the mid-20th century that serious preservation efforts began. Under successive Burmese governments, archaeologists catalogued and restored hundreds of monuments. However, political instability and lack of funding meant that much of Bagan remained vulnerable. In 2016, after decades of lobbying and extensive conservation work, Bagan was finally designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This marked a turning point in global recognition and preservation funding. The designation also came with responsibilities: limiting construction near heritage sites, training local conservators, and ensuring sustainable tourism. Today, Bagan is one of Myanmar's top tourist destinations. Each year, thousands of visitors come to experience the ethereal sunrise over the temple-studded plains, to ride hot air balloons above ancient ruins, or to walk barefoot through sacred halls adorned with centuries-old murals. Despite the growing influx of tourists, Bagan retains its spiritual aura. Many of the temples are still active places of worship, visited daily by monks and locals. Religious festivals, particularly during the full moon of Thadingyut, bring the city to life with lanterns, chants, and offerings. Modern challenges remain. Earthquakes have caused significant damage to many structures, most recently in 2016. Balancing tourism with preservation, ensuring the local community benefits from tourism, and navigating the country's complex political situation are ongoing concerns. Yet, despite these challenges, Bagan endures. It stands as a testament to human devotion, architectural ingenuity, and the enduring power of faith. For nearly 1,000 years, its spires have pierced the skies, whispering prayers into the wind and inviting generations to wonder. What did it mean to live in a city where every building was a doorway to the divine? Bagan is not just a place. It is a memory etched in brick and gold, a song sung in Pali and prayer, a story of kings, monks, and dreamers who sought to reach enlightenment not just through words, but through stone. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this exploration of Bagan, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with fellow history lovers. Until next time, may your travels be enlightening.